This, of course...
And this is one I think some of you, as I know you're all big fans of the Des Moines Register, are familiar with.
I'm talking about Joel Curtinitis. Gambo.
Ours the Fury.
I'll read you Joel Curtinitis' bio from thefederalist.com right now. Joel Curtinitis is an opinion columnist for the Des Moines Register and host of the Constructive Interference podcast. Joel was regional director for Ron Paul in 2012 and served as the state central committee of the Republican Party of Ohio. He enjoys reading, gaming, folk music, and the occasional foray into fiction writing. Joel and his family live in Des Moines. Okay, guys, real quick, this is Joel Curtinitis in the Des Moines Register. Your conservative friends aren't racists, and the accusation provides cover for real racists.
There's a Joel Curtinitis speed run right now.
Joel Curtinitis speed run, real quick, ultra fast Chapo reading series. Joel Curtinitis. This week, I posted what might have been my first truly controversial tweet, and I'm still trying to figure out what was controversial about it. While catching up on the news about Papa John's pizza founder John Shatner's resignation, I started thinking about society's evolving standard for language and hazarded the following. Why is the N-word the only remaining curse word? Every word that shocked and horrified 50 years ago is now mainstream, but the N-word is so unthinkably evil. What about Fredo? Every word that shocked and horrified 50 years ago is now mainstream, but the N-word is so unthinkably evil, it's a national headline when anyone says it.
I've been asking that.
Even as a quote. Except rappers, of course.
Those rapping bastards! They found a secret loophole in the N-word laws.
The tweet garnered a variety of responses that range from the snidely condescending to the cheap and insulting, but most flailed at the straw man that I, as a white man, was complaining about the stigma of using a racist slur. I suppose in our societal race to the lowest common denominator, it's possible that nobody considered that someone might actually decry low standards rather than complain about high ones, or maybe it was just another intellectually lazy attempt to give me the Steve King treatment. And by the Steve King treatment, he's referring to your actual white supremacist congressman here in Iowa.
Wait, so is he arguing we need more N-words or just zero N-words?
It depends on what...
Should the rappers stop saying it or should we start?
There used to be more N-words in the 50s.
Iowa's Democratic Socialists united to insist that the Register stop giving my dog whistle racism a platform in a tweet that grew a good bit of attention for the teapot tempest it tried to brew. As my note of... Oh, wait, can we show a pic? Oh, it's already there. Okay. There he is. So he goes, as my notifications started to fill with angry responses and a continued insistence that I was, in fact, a racist who wanted to use the N-word at will, I had to think about where this road leads us as a nation. Shatner was pushed to resign from the board of a company he founded over the utterance of the N-word in the form of indirect quotation. He never used the word in a derogatory fashion or in reference to any person at all, but as an objection to the idea of accompany ads including someone who actually does have a history of using the N-word in discourse, rapper Kanye West. Skipping to the end here.
He's good now, though. He needs to get updated.
The ethics of political correctness don't require much of anything. They're just markers for self-congratulation, allowing pretty much anyone who didn't march in Charlottesville to pat themselves on the back and feel good because they aren't racist or sexist.
Wait, march on which side?
People truly invested in stamping out racism and bigotry should look at conservatives, particularly social conservatives, as allies in the fight and work together to elevate the national dialogue both within and without the context of the feared isms. By the way, the social conservative movement founded by Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson in the 1960s was founded not on opposition to Roe v. Wade or abortion, but on opposition to the desegregation of private religious schools. Broadly painting political adversaries with the brush of racism only promotes easy dismissal of the underground resurgence of racial politicking on both sides, a current that we can ultimately fight only by standing together.
And all saying the N-word.
If we all say it at the same time, nobody can cancel us.
Exactly. If everyone says it simultaneously, no one gets in trouble. It's like the Area 51 meme with the N-word. They can't cancel us all.
Mutually assured destruction. All right, guys, that was the that was the Curtainitis speed run. That was the quickest reading series.
You have been infected with curtainitis. Itis.
All right, guys. You guys have been, honestly, really litty tonight. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Vaudeville Muse. However, before I go for tonight, I've got a couple pitches for you tonight. There are two people tabling here at the back of the show. One, of course, is the Bernie Sanders Iowa campaign.
I haven't heard about this guy.
Yeah. The other is the Central Iowa DSA. Okay.
Just for a moment about the Bernie Sanders campaign. Of course, you heard from their please stop the Gambo. Thank you. Most of you are from Iowa. Many of you are from near Iowa. It's really important he wins Iowa because if not, that's it for society. If he loses, please, Christ, please, God, please, fucking Christ. Canvass for Bernie Sanders in Iowa and make sure he wins the fucking Iowa caucus. But
that's not the only.
If you can't canvass for Bernie, at bare minimum, go and fucking vote for him. Go and caucus for him. Because with so few people who fucking caucus, turn out for the Iowa caucus, your vote is worth 1 million Will Menaker votes. It is worth 10 million Matt Christman votes. It is worth as much as 3 Virgil Texases.
Real quick.
And as well, when you're there, you know they do the thing where you need to have 15% to actually get fucking delegates. So there's a whole part where it kind of reshuffles and everyone makes the case to people who are there canvassing for losers like Hickenlooper and Bennett to, come over to their side. Do a good job of getting those fucking people on your side.
Real quick, though, I also want to, for the Central Iowa DSA, I want to please check out their table as you're going out. They just want to say they do have a working group tomorrow on Wednesday the 14th at 7:30 p.m. at Smoky Row. Please come out and check that out. If you're not already a member, or if you're, I don't know, just check it out. Working group meeting tomorrow at 7:30. But as Virgil has already mentioned, just by virtue of your zip code, every single thing you do, and your vote in particular, counts about 1,000 times more than what I do.
This will determine your social credit score.
I just want to say, at the end of the day, if you've been following the show, you know what we do, you know what our record is, you know what we stand for. And I got to say, vote for Bernie Sanders, volunteer for Bernie Sanders, do whatever you can for him. Honestly, in 2016, when we started doing the show, it was we sort of latched onto the campaign and the hope and possibility that he represented in 2016, and we're pleasantly surprised with how far it went. But that was honestly, that was playing with house money in 2016 because nobody thought it could happen. But here in 2020, everyone's expecting him now, and everyone's working against him. So this is honestly in 2020, and I mean this. We have to leave everything on the field, because if you don't, you're going to kick yourself if you didn't. Even if win, lose, draw, you're going to kick yourself if you didn't do every fucking thing possible that you can do, especially here in Iowa, to make sure that he wins. Because he is the only one, he is the only candidate where it is the only candidate that represents what I believe in and what I know a majority of people in this country believe in, especially young people, and especially if you listen to our fucking show. So please,
God, he needs the fucking momentum from an Iowa win. It's socialism or barbarism in this fucking country. You have to fucking do it for us.
One more time. Check your phones. Go to bsanders.us/Iowa. / The slash key. All right. I will rebuild my ironic wall that keeps you separate from all the pain in the world after exposing myself to you in a slightly sincere manner. But I want to say...
That was scary. That was
Yeah.
sweet.
Vaudeville Muse, Des Moines, Iowa. We are Chapo Trap House. Thank you guys so much. It's been an awesome week.
Thank you.
Good night. Real quick, just give us like 10, 15 minutes. 10, 15 minutes for Virgil to shit out of his doo-doo ass. And then we will be, we're going to hang out in the front, if we can, by the two tables out there. Please come say what's up. We'd love to hear from you. Cheers, guys. Good night.